Hey, howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the Streaming Sofa. Happy Thursday night. So close to the weekend. So damn close. And I couldn't be happier about it. It has been a busy week. Busy-ish. It's mostly just been... It's been mostly like... the, like, come down exhaustion week more than anything. It all comes back to work stuff. It all ends up being work stuff. It's been a wild couple of days as one project wraps up, another one gets pushed up by a week. And so what was going to be what I feel was going to be some well-earned downtime is now actually just going straight into the kickoff for the next thing starting on Monday. So I'm just immediately exhausted before this thing has even begun. The good news is that no one else is happy about it either. So at least I am not alone in my frustration and preemptive exhaustion. That being said, I am glad to be back here tonight, and I hope you all are doing well also. Finally, getting a midweek stream in here after being stuck on this kind of like one stream a week schedule for a little bit there. Gonna try to maintain this as best as I can. It feels like doing at least 2 streams a week is like the way to go. One stream a week just feels too... Even though this is a very like casual hobby kind of a thing, it feels too casual. If it becomes too infrequent, then we start like losing momentum on like the stuff that we can even do on the regular, because then I start like struggling to think about, oh, well, do I commit to this or do I make this happen or whatever? So trying to do at least one during the week and then one over the weekend is what I would like it to be. I'd like it to be even more often than that, to be honest. But as the times roll through, I must make do with what I'm granted, either by the world or by my own spirit, because there are plenty of times that I just don't want to do shit. And I'm gonna have to really start making those decisions fairly soon here, because I have a show coming up in a couple of months that I'm going to be show running. The last time I would have talked about the show would have been quite a while ago. It's been more than a year since we've done one, but my theater company, Portraits Players, we have a recurring show that we do called Shoelaces in Paris, in which we perform 30 plays in 60 minutes. They are all original pieces. They are chosen at random by the audience, and we perform the show literally against the clock. And if we run out of time, we don't finish the show. And we've been doing the show now since, when even was the first one? I want to say like 2015, may have been like the first time we had done it. It's based off of an idea, from a show that I don't even know if it's around anymore, but it was in Chicago. It was called Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind. And it was essentially it was the same format, right? They would do a bunch of plays in a certain amount of time, all original works. We saw that and it was just like, we absolutely want to do our own version of that. That looks so much fun. And we have since done, I think, like 7 or 8 of them. Maybe I might be off by 1 or 2. We've done a handful of them, and they are always a blast. They're so much fun. They run the gamut from completely ridiculous absurdism to extremely personal, deeply emotional, and vulnerable personal monologues, and then everything in between. all of that. We do weird like musical numbers and all sorts of stuff. It is an absolute blast of a show. And it's never quite the same any time, because again, the audience picks numbers off of a board, and that is the play that we do at that moment. So depending on what show you come to, you could have a very different experience, because the roller coaster is going to change every single time. But we have a big festival coming up this year, the Fallout Fringe Fest, which got its start last year. For those of you who may have been around, that's when I was doing the Sockspear show. We did Hamlet with puppets. So this year we are doing Shoelaces in Paris. So we're going to have 30 brand new plays to do. And also we are doing a show that we've done. It's like a cabaret show called Broadway Nerds. And what that is basically it is 4 people. It's 3 people and an accompanist, just singing a collection of show tunes. There's usually some kind of like through line that might theme everything together, but mostly it's almost kind of like a vanity project kind of a thing, where it's just kind of like, these are just some songs that we like singing, and we're never going to do the shows that these are from. So we're just going to sing the songs from them, because we as performers will never really have the opportunity to do these in a full-blown production of these things. So we're doing both of those shows, and the plan currently, hopefully it comes to fruition, is that there will be 3 main cast members for that show, and then a kind of like a big like pool of guests who will come on and do like 1 or 2 songs with everybody to kind of like flesh out the rest of the show. And this will be the first time, and again, fingers crossed that it actually does happen, that my name will be in the mix for that. So if that does happen, and if they do want to include me in it, I need to come up with a couple of show tunes that I want to do. I have a couple. I have a few sitting in the back pocket that I have performed for people before. I've done like on karaoke streams and stuff like that. So it's not like I am without options there. But it also would be a good opportunity to maybe learn something new as well. So there's that going on, and then Shoelaces. Like I said, like I'm show running that. I'm also going to be running the tech for it, which is usually one of my responsibilities on Shoelaces specifically anyway. But that show, all of that happens in June, which means all of our rehearsals are going to be in May. And you might be aware of a little thing that happens here on this channel during May. It is my busiest streaming month by leaps and bounds. Mega May is my busiest time of year outside of Extra Life as far as streams go. And I am really gonna be navigating some shit. I am gonna have to not only figure out rehearsal schedule stuff, but then also make that work with streaming schedule stuff, and make sure that I do keep up a consistent enough schedule of streams where I actually get through all the stuff that I want to do, because this year's focus is going to be on the handheld games. So all the GBA games, we're going to look at like the PSP re-releases of like Powered Up and Maverick Hunter. All that stuff's got to happen, and it all has to happen within the confines of May, hopefully, while at the same time working with a rehearsal schedule for a show that goes up in June, while also, hopefully, working with Valeno's schedule so that he can be on for some of those streams. And then after that, once we get into actual like the shows itself, like there's 5 shows happening in June. It's like the first, I think, like 2 weeks of June, or maybe the second 2 weeks of June. I don't remember the exact dates off the top of my head. But then it's kind of whatever, you know. At that point, it's just kind of like, well, the shows are happening now. You know, it is honestly, I find the rehearsal process more stressful than I do the actual performances, because the performances, you just do the thing that you've been rehearsing. The rehearsal schedule, the rehearsal process is figuring out what you're doing. Does this work? What needs to change? All of that jazz. So things are in the works. Things are already in the works on that. We're already starting to try to schedule a kickoff meeting for it and everything. Making uploads to our folders where we can put our new scripts for things. I've already submitted a handful of things, and a friend of mine has already submitted a handful of things. And it's happening. We're in it. So trying to get the streams in while the streaming's good, because this will become a more like structured setup once I know what the rehearsal schedule is. Because basically I'm going to be really careful to pace myself so that I'm not doing like rehearsal stream like all the time. But there are going to be nights where I'm just going to have something going on every single night, multiple nights in a row. So can't be helped. The good news, the fortunate thing, is that it's all stuff that I like doing, you know? So the other good news is that all the crazy shit that's happening at work is basically supposed to is basically the projected timeline for that is actually only through the end of April. So it should work out, hopefully, again, like massive fingers crossed on this one, that I will have this chaos project to do at work through April, and then it'll finally let up a bit once the rehearsal stuff happens. Because if I get thrown another chaos project at work, and then on top of that is also rehearsals, and then on top of that I'm also supposed to do Mega May, I might be a broken man come summer. Just saying. So we're gonna do what we can to get ahead of some of that by continuing our journey down demo disc lane. I mentioned a while back that I went and downloaded fucking all of them, just all of them. I just got all of them. I got specifically the official release, the official line of Xbox and PS2 demo discs, covering 3 systems, because we have original Xbox and the Xbox 360. They're both considered official Xbox magazine. And now the only thing left to do is actually go through them. I was planning on doing a stream 2 days ago for Mario Day for March 10th. And that just didn't happen because work. That was when I found out that all the stuff's gonna be happening with the work stuff, and it just like immediately just like tanked my day. But what I was planning on doing was actually looking at some GameCube demo discs. Unfortunately, the only demo discs that exist, there are a lot of them, but they're all like kiosk discs, right? So it would be the demo disc that would be on display consoles at like a GameStop or a Toys R Us or whatever. So unfortunately, they're not really that interesting. I'm going to keep going through them. I've only downloaded a handful of them, and it is entirely possible that some of the early ones, because the GameCube's library was fairly limited at the beginning, there just might not be a whole lot of interesting stuff that happened in those first few months. Because genuinely, like the first disc has stuff for like Luigi's Mansion and Rogue Squadron and stuff like that. So there are a couple of interesting things on there that would be fun to look at. But then like the next like 5 discs in a row, and that's not an exaggeration, it's just Super Mario Sunshine and Metroid Prime. And Star Fox Adventures actually is in the mix in those too. I didn't really dive too deep into those, but from what I can tell from a glance, is that they're probably all the same demos, and then maybe slightly different trailers. But even then, the trailers are of the games that are already on the disc. So what I need to do is I need to just start looking into some of the later releases of these and see if they at least cover more territory. Because what's not very interesting is looking at 6 demos in a row of Super Mario Sunshine. As much as I love that game, as much as I love Metroid Prime, you know, as much as I had my time with Star Fox Adventures. It is not going to make for very interesting viewing if we're just playing through the same demos again and again and again. So I will continue my research and see if there's anything interesting on there, because I already know that there's more interesting stuff happening on the PS2 and OG Xbox discs by far. The 360 discs also get a little kind of like, because they kind of, I've kind of just like jumped around randomly to a couple of them just to get an idea of what's on them. And honestly, a lot of them kind of fall into that same pattern of, we start losing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff and just start getting just like a lot of trailers, a lot of ads. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, we know for sure that some of these early discs for these systems definitely have some good stuff on them, and have some goofy shit going on. So we're going to be checking out Official Xbox Magazine issues number 3 and 4 tonight. Time permitting, we may check out 5 as well, but we'll definitely have time to get through at least 2 of them, and we shall see what gold waits for us in here. I already know that on the first one there's definitely a thing. It was either like TGS or an E3 thing, so we're gonna get some conference stuff on here, I believe, if I read it correctly. And what's also nice is that because I never had an original Xbox, I'm way more likely to actually crack into one of these demos, which I know we haven't really done in the other ones, especially the PS1 ones. But there's absolutely going to be a number of things on here that I've just never been exposed to. There also is probably going to be significantly more games that probably never even came out. So I'm excited to explore this. So let's waste no more time. You can hear the sounds already, those beautiful noises. Let's get into the official Xbox magazines. All right. So on the demos side of things, we're looking at Air Force Delta Storm, which is What If Ace Combat was even more anime. Azuric Rise of Parathia, which I think that's like an action platformer with like a blue dude. Mad Dash Racing, NASCAR Thunder, and then 2 different NHL games. What do we got on features here? We got coming soon Reckless, which is a car combat game. First look for Circus Maximus, which I actually don't know if that came out. It may have changed names. I wonder if this became what did it end up being called? There's a game for the Xbox and the PS2 that's called like Gladiator, or it might be just Gladius. So I wonder if maybe that got into the mix. We got some making ofs for NASCAR. We got Xbox Magazine in Tokyo. Okay, so that's what I saw. Strategies of the month and top 10 plays of the month. Extra content, we got stuff for Batman Vengeance, Brute Force, Jet Set Future, and Star Wars Obi-Wan. We are eating good on this disc. There's going to be some great stuff going on here. And then we have the credits. Thank you, of course, to Bink Video. I believe it's still used to this day. All right, let's drop into the features. We might look at some of the demos. I am curious at the Azuric thing, but let's just start getting into some of this stuff. Coming soon, Reckless. I think this might have ended up being called like Reckless: the Yakuza missions. So it's not specifically car combat as much as it's like car like crashing. I mean, you can see like it's like this like environmental destruction stuff. It's so funny that they're not even bothering showing this guy driving on the road at all. Okay, there's just a straight up fucking DeLorean time machine in the game. What is going on? This video compression is doing it no favors, that's for sure. I gotta say though, this looks 100% like the kind of game that I would play. This is absolutely like my kind of racing. Okay, here we go. Look at how busy that fucking mini map is. There's like a billion things to collect or crash into. all the objects just vanishing out of existence instead of actually like doing their physics stuff. Just drive on the road. Just drive on the road. There's no reason. Why would you not just drive normally? Okay, so note to self, we are absolutely looking at Reckless someday. That looks insane. Let's see what the Circus Maximus thing is. There's no shot that this came out. This looks rough. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I know they're calling it a first look, but that... Oh, you should have let that one cook a little longer. That's the whole thing? Oh, we're finding out immediately. Did that game even come out? It did. Circus Maximus Chariot Wars.
Takes a dive and then we string him up and drop him in the drink. Any questions?
The game is most remembered for gameplay that offered a combination of realistic Roman history and chariot driving with combat sequences. Those things sound like they mix. It's currently sitting at a 67 on Metacritic. Game Informer gave it a 6 out of 10. Electronic Gaming Monthly gave it a 3. IGN gave it a 3.8. Cincinnati Enquirer gave it 3.5 stars out of 5 and said it was fun, but only after you master the steep learning curve. The game is tough to learn because of all the controls, button triggers, and thumbsticks must be used for practically any race. Playboy gave it a similar score of 70% and said that it scores points for an original theme coupled by fresh play mechanics, then promptly loses them to poor execution. I've never even heard of this game, but apparently it came out in the States in February of 2002. Wild. Okay, immediately we have like 2 different games to look at. I want to see both of those now. Circus Maximus, I'm just like morbidly curious for that one. Reckless seems like it might genuinely be fun. Reckless was giving me vibes of, there's a game on the PS1 called Felony 1179. It is an arcade racer that is like, it's like 3 levels long. Like when I got the game, even then I was like, this is a total ripoff, because it is the shortest game I think on the system. But what's there is pretty fun. You're just crashing into shit. You're plowing through, demolishing buildings and storefronts and stuff like that. It's ridiculous, and Reckless looks like it's operating like on a similar vein. All right, let's see how they made NASCAR 2002.
For NASCAR Thunder, we'll send somebody out to the actual track, do measurements, drive around, create videos of the actual environment for us. From that, we come back and we create a 3D model of what the environment looks like. We're laying down the track surface to make sure that we get it right. We have to get the bankings right. We have to get the transition as you're going into the corner.
Why would
right.
you need data on how to model an oval?
I can't believe what it feels like to be going almost 200 miles an hour with 42 cars literally all around you. We go to extremes to actually make the computer cars act like their real-world counterparts. They have little nuances, and we watch videotapes year after year to find out how those racers really race.
Ping pong pit crew. That's it? What the fuck? Hey, all right, official Xbox magazine, you have a thing or two to learn from the motherfuckers over at PlayStation Underground, we got like 10-minute long features over there. What was this little piddly bullshit? I guess when we're talking about NASCAR, there's like 2 things to talk about. The shape of the track and how good the cars look. All right, let's go to Tokyo. Little help from Frank. I'm guessing this is Frank. Did they just go to Tokyo and just like randomly place issues of their fucking magazine in places to make it look like anybody knows? What is this video? What is this like staged bullshit? Like, they very obviously just placed the magazine there. What the fuck is going on in this disc? Guys, hey, if you don't have anything this month, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to put you don't have to fill out the disc.
And then we string him up and drop him in the tree.
That was terrible. That was so blatantly, obviously faked. Like, dude just went to Tokyo with like an issue of the magazine and just put it in random locations. No one was even fucking reading it. You couldn't even get footage of someone reading the thing. The one guy that they showed who wasn't Frank was just had it under his goddamn armpit. He wasn't even looking at it. What? Weird. Okay. Let's hope that the strategies and top 10 plays of the month give us something. Transworld surfing tip. Okay, yeah, here's a game everybody's thinking about. How do you score 10,000 points? Pick a hazardous wave and get in the tube. Not even narrated. They don't even have the guys from the Cool Moves team. Like on the PlayStation Underground. Save a dolphin and double your points. I must have blinked. I didn't see him save a dolphin. There's a dolphin. Okay. NHL Fever. Here's how you guarantee a 5-yard gain. Ooh.
Down in 5. You absolutely positively
Okay.
have to get 5 yards. Go to 4 wide receivers. Pick flat release. Go up to the line of scrimmage. Pull up your receivers. Take a look on the right. You'll see the Y and the black are going to clear out, and the X receiver is going to go into the flat. Hike the ball. 2 steps back. Toss it. Boom. 5 yards every single time.
It's too bad that was about football, so I don't give a shit. Tank camping.
It's the Halo 10-second strategy. Tank camping. Just sit and blast.
No! No, don't teach people how to do that. That sucks. Don't show camping as a legitimate strategy. Is this how people feel when they end up investing into crypto? I feel like I'm getting rug pulled here. Like everything, I was so excited about the disc. I saw like so many options, so many menu entries on this disc, and then they've all been junk. Total junk. Top 10 plays. We're guaranteed 10 things here. There aren't even 10 games for the Xbox at this point. Here's football. Yep, they made a big pass. Here's that surfing game again. Did anyone buy this? It's not even like actual game. I mean, it's gameplay footage, but it's like the replay shit. So I can't even like appreciate what the hell's going on. Okay, at least SSX is cool. But they just did just a normal trick. Dead or Alive, here's someone doing a normal move. What the? That was just a turn. Here's Ninja Gaiden, he did an Azuna drop. That's just a move you can do in the game. That was a less impressive trick. This is maybe one of the worst demo discs we have ever looked at. Straight up. And we looked at the 360 disc that was mostly advertisements for snowboards.
Batman Vengeance is rated T.
Okay, extra content. We're gonna at least get like some full trailers for games here, I guess.
Takes a dive and then we string him up and drop him in the trig. Any questions?
I'm pretty sure this game was not very good. I'm pretty sure that there were no good Batman games until Arkham Asylum.
Where one evil falls, vengeance shall rise.
It seems like they did a decent job of translating like the character looks from the series, though. But this looks like it does not play well.
Enter the world of Batman as you've never seen it before.
Hope is death.
I never played it. I just seem to recall like a number of Batman games coming out. That was kind of the thing, was like there were like no like, they were like okay. They were mostly bad to okay superhero games for a really long time. You know, and then you have like some standouts like Spider-Man 2, obviously. Like a lot of people like love that one, even though I feel like that game has not like stood the test of time. But then it's like Arkham Asylum comes around and kind of like blows the roof off the place. Like I think that game is fucking amazing. Like that game is so good. And all of a sudden it's just kind of like, oh, I guess we need to, I guess it actually matters when you try. All right, let's take a look at Brute Force.
You're cleared to commence the operation. Get in there, plant the
A game that I have seen more used copies of this game and ads for this game than maybe any other game on the Xbox. It felt like they advertised the hell out of this and then no one fucking bought it. Wow, that's some really good animation. Really impactful.
Still clear, no enemy contact. Nice work, Tex. Do you think you could have been any louder?
Hey, maybe you'd prefer I was dog food.
Brutus, ready that grenade launcher. I'm painting you in now.
Hawk to drop ship. Explosives are set. Need immediate extraction.
Hawk, you've got multiple contacts. It's now or never. I don't think so.
It's just too easy.
There is no world in which watching this dog shit animation would have sold me on this game. Not a chance. God, did any of that represent like actual gameplay or even in-game or even like in-engine footage? I couldn't tell you. Oh, boy. All right, Jet Set Radio Future. At least people like the Jet Set games, so we know there'll probably be something at least fun about this. Although I remember the last time we looked at a Jet Set trailer, there were a billion cuts in it and I couldn't tell what the hell was going on. Again, a pair of games that are on the backlog just out of the pure out of the pure feeling that it's gotta be a thing that like I'm into. Which is funny because I definitely played them, but I didn't play any of the Jet Set Radio games for very long. They are, if you'll excuse the pun here, they are a bit grindy as I remember. I just remember them kind of taking a while to get through, and it wasn't enough to really hold my attention, which also meant that I just never really got very good at the movement tech in it. But it really feels like I should like it. Like everything about it is just kind of like, oh man, but like the visual style is really neat. Like all like this crazy like cell shading, like Neo Tokyo looking type shit. You're rollerblading everywhere. Everybody dances. People are skating through fire and not being affected at all. Like it's cool. Every one of these trailers has been so bad at just showing you what the hell the game is. Like at least this does look like it is captured like in engine, but all they're showing is it's just like here's all the characters just doing one really long grind through this environment. So like I get like if your trailer is just trying to like show off the vibe of your game, but we've now been looking at like the same footage for I don't know, it's been like 2 minutes or so. It's just kind of like, all right, I think I get it. You can either show me something else or end the trailer. Quick cutaway from all the characters falling to their deaths. Maybe they paid for the whole song, so we just have to hear all of it. Part of the licensing rights for that music was just kind of like, you can't make any cuts. All right. We have one more trailer on here, and it's for Star Wars Obi-Wan, so it's probably not going to be very good either. Here we go. At least we get Star Wars music. Man, this looks rough. There's some physics on that box. Just Qui-Gon dead on the ground. Oh, man. Well, I'm sure that game is at least a little bit better than the Phantom Menace on PS1 is. That game has some fucking problems. But man, again, it's just kind of like, I'm trying to put myself in the mind of like someone at the time, and
Batman Vengeance is rated.
none of these trailers would have done it for me. Like truly none of them.
And drop him in the tree.
All right, let's check out this Azaric demo, because I don't even know if I've even seen this game. If I'm thinking of the one that I think it is, then this is basically Avatar before Avatar. It is exactly what I thought it was.
Parathia.
I don't think this game reviewed very
Ancient
well.
world, where elemental forces are harnessed. Earth. Air. Fire. Water. Life.
Heart.
Death. Mystical discs from ancient Diluvian technology are keys to the realms that harbor these violent forces. We are the Law Guardians, protectors of the elemental discs, sworn to a life of honor, mastering the elements in the ways of the ancient Diluvians. Generations ago, the Death Disc was hidden, and to this day remains unrecovered. Now, the balance of the elements is lost, and Parathia is doomed to chaos. The prophecy of the elements foretells that two men will battle for control of the discs. One with selfish ambition, and one with a pure heart.
Bro, have you seen my Death Disc? I don't know where it's at. Well, you fucking borrowed it last, man. I told you, put my shit back. Whoop, 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 whoop. Look at our guy. This is actually not a bad looking character model, as a matter of
Welcome
fact.
to the training arena, young Guardian.
Thank you.
To end your training session, leave the arena and press the action button, X. For your first challenge, destroy the 5 orange vases on the floor of the arena. Use the A button to jab and the B button to sweep.
Oh, god damn it, the fucking... Oh. Guess what? Fully inverted right stick. Left is right, right is left, up and down are also inverted. Oh, boy. Oh. Listen to this audio quality. That vase sounds was recorded in someone's house. Like that is like the on-camera mic. That's so funny.
Now learn to harness the powers of the elements.
Yeah, those are the steps. You break a couple of vases and then you can fucking shoot lightning out of your ass.
Tap the A button, Earth. Release the left trigger. This will summon your Earth armor.
Earth armor, Earth armor. Cool.
Now, combine elements to summon your lava power.
Okay.
Press and hold the left trigger. Tap the A button, Earth. Tap the B button, Fire. Release the left trigger.
Can we throw some wind in there? Maybe we release an absolute banger of a song?
Use the right thumbstick to look up at the ceiling. There you will find the elemental combination for the smash power. Apply the smash power to your axion.
What the fuck is my axion? Look to the ceiling for the combination. Okay. So, bop, bop, bop. I love how A just jabs. It's like,
destroy the 5 purple vases at the edges of the arena floor.
Oh, good. More vase breaking. I can't get over that sound. God.
Use what you have learned to fight these harvesters. They may seem timid, but are dangerous in packs. You can press the right trigger to set the camera behind you. This will aid you when fighting. You can stun an enemy by jabbing with the A button. Follow up with several jabs for maximum effectiveness.
So hammer on the A button for a while. You got it. Okay, well, okay, so it actually, when you hit an enemy, it actually turns into like at least it turns into a combo.
The circle with the red cross will replenish your health. Now, fight something a little more dangerous. A sleeth should pose a challenge.
Not the sleeth!
Press Y and quickly press B to perform an overhead smash attack. Try to feel which power causes the most damage to an enemy.
God, just such an era of just these long fucking tutorials that just aren't very interesting. Like, there's no reason to break up all of these steps into like discrete tutorial stages. All right, we're in it. Oh, baby.
Seek out the 4 elemental power upgrades to pass the elemental barriers.
Can you hear me, Zero?
Diluvian symbols show you the power level needed to pass these barriers.
Great.
Azric, the Diluvians were one with the elements. Collect 100 rubies to increase
Oh,
the
God! Oh, he's narrating over himself!
Power of Protheus' active volcano, and now you must do the same.
And then he faded out before he could finish talking. Oh, I think I'm starting to see why this game did not do too hot.
The blue globes replenish your water element. The green globes replenish your earth element.
Yeah, we gotta make sure that we have a fucking freeze the game for every discrete power-up we have. Despite being extremely obvious what does what. Boy, oh boy.
You must use your water power to extinguish this wall of fire.
Water it is. Oh, good. It just works. Oh!
Collect 100 emeralds to increase the amount of earth element you can carry.
Oh, good. So, all right, great. There's discrete pickups for every single element. It's like fucking Donkey Kong 64 in here. Why do all the impact noises sound so terrible? The movement's okay. It's not... Well, okay. Well, that was just me pressing the wrong button, so I'm not going to blame the game for that. He has a floaty-ass jump, though. Jesus, look at this. He was in the air for 3 goddamn business days. You got it, Azaric. This... Okay. That... Well... I thought it was a ladder, but apparently it doesn't go nowhere. Okay, they are giving us water element. So I'm going to assume... Do I need to use the water element on the wheel to activate more water? Water and earth. What does that do? I don't know. I've pressed every button. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, it was X. The X button does things, I guess. This game might have the single worst sound design I have ever experienced in a video game. It's so... It's all so bad. Every sound effect is awful. Like, they don't match like the scale of the thing. They're all extremely I don't even know if they're even compressed as much as they're just...
You must upgrade your water power to extinguish this wall of fire.
Well, okay, well then I guess this demo's over because I'm not gonna get any fucking upgrades. Oh good, fall damage.
Press the A button. Use what you have learned to fight these harvesters. You can press...
There's no fucking shot. I'm doing all that again. There's no fucking shot. That seems like a pretty bad video game. And appropriately enough, a pretty bad demo disc. This one was a miss, and I am sorry on behalf of anyone who ever received this piece of shit.
String him up and drop him in the tree.
Uh-oh. My fucking... Okay, hang on. My stream deck crashed. See if I can't convince this thing to start behaving again. Please stand by as I now do live troubleshooting. Every streamer's favorite thing to do in the world. Also, the batteries in my controller are low. Man, what happened today? Yeah, this thing, I'm probably not going to be able to hold this up high enough. It got, I don't know how well this reads, but like this button is like all like glitched out or whatever. I have no idea why that happened. We're going to unplug this and plug it back in, and we're going to see what the hell happens. It's entirely possible I won't be able to control fucking OBS from this thing anymore after this, but we shall see. What a weird stream this has become. This got all excited about doing a new demo disc, and then the demo disc actually like sucks shit. Then look over and just kind of like, also, this thing that you need to use fucking broke. Okay, we're back in business. It appears that this thing is working as intended again. Weird. Weird. The energy is weird tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, I would say that we can't get worse than that disc, but it's entirely possible that we could. Let's just roll immediately into the next one, because it's gotta be better than that. All right, what do we got on the demo sides of things? Bonus demo pack. Interesting. All right, Arctic Thunder is a racing game. Bloodwake is also kind of a racing game, but it's like on the water. Project Gotham Racing is also a racing game. So we got a lot of vehicle stuff here on the table. We got Xbox Unleashed, making of the Thing trailer. Another top 10 plays of the month, Halo the Legendary Ending. And then on the extra content side of things, trailers for Hunter the Reckoning, Jaeger, and Microsoft ads. Okay, all right. We're at least going to probably get some cringy nonsense in here. So let's see what the hell Xbox Unleashed even is. We went back to Tokyo. Los Angeles, November 2nd to 3rd, 2001. 48 hours of gameplay. Who will be the ultimate Xbox gamer? Okay, all right.
I drove my son practically 4 hours to get here. He's a big video fan. I couldn't keep him from coming.
Real quick, do you mind if we film you looking at this magazine?
I'm here to tell you why you need to buy our magazine. The first reason you need to buy our magazine is because we're the official magazine. What's up,
Maybe that's one of the ads that's on this disc.
It's an excellent magazine. I think everybody should have a subscription.
I think that disc is a great feature, and I think it's something that gamers can really dig.
Well, it took us about 4 hours to get here. We're from Fresno, California.
I've been here for approximately 17, 18 hours. I'm doing pretty good. Sometimes I feel like I want to go to sleep, but other times I was just able to wake myself up.
Look at those frosted tips.
Now I'm winning. I'm just all adrenaline.
Guys, stand up and scream if you've been playing for 48 hours straight. I didn't know how thirsty you guys were for a kick-ass game console, but I guess you've been waiting for a while, and the person who's been waiting longest, possibly, Mr. Matt Voorhees, not only played for 48 hours, but was first in line.
I didn't realize that we were using Thirsty that long ago.
Dude, you are a lunatic. That's just wrong. That's just so wrong. Mr. Emmanuel Marcale.
Oh, speaking of Thirsty, there's an ad for, there's a Sobe banner on the side there. And Taco Bell.
Full of crazy Xbox swag. All right, get out of here.
All right, kid, fuck off. Wow, that's crazy. It's all the guys that they interviewed earlier in the thing about how cool their magazine is.
You get this fine Sobe longboard. All right, second place. We're giving you a spring break trip for 4 to San Felipe in Baja California, Mexico. Sponsored by the official Xbox magazine. And number one, the finest West Coast Xbox gamer in the world, Mr. Brady O'Connor. Come on up here.
Right now, I want to sleep.
That made up for everything on the previous disc. That was just... Your big 48-hour gamer winner saying he wants to go to sleep, but then your fucking spokesman just some Invasion of the Body Snatchers shit at the end there. I'm gonna let's look up. I gotta look up some information about that. Xbox Unleashed. This is probably gonna be impossible to find information about. No, I'm getting ads for like Sonic Unleashed and then people who misspelled unreleased. Sonic Unleashed event? Star Trek Online? What? Isn't Star Trek Online dead? Didn't that thing shut down like a decade ago? I guess not.
There is evil everywhere, unknown to most humans.
Okay, whatever.
Directed by supernatural forces beyond.
Unleashed giveaway. This is. It's also for Star Trek. Why is everything for Star Trek? Los Angeles, 2002. Hey man, how's it going? Trying to find out about this. Okay, hang on. The original 2002 Xbox Live promotion. No, that's not it. There is. I can't find anything about this Unleashed event thing. So who the hell knows what went down there? But that looked like it probably cost a lot of money and was a waste of time. Anyway, let's look at the making of the Thing trailer. So I'm guessing this. So this has to be for the Thing video game But it's a trailer for the making of, or is a making of like how they made the trailer? Let's find out.
The Xbox game The Thing is actually a sequel to the original film. It's based on the concept of a new group of recruits going into Antarctica to
this is a good angle.
To the original people there and discovering a lot of chaos and horror along the way.
What the hell happened here?
This is on the backlog.
Player come to the game with no knowledge of what happened before, and you have to figure out what's going on, what's killing all your men, and get out of there alive.
Ooh, I think that's a Yamaha mixer sitting behind her too. That might have actually been a mixer that I used to have.
Oh my god.
Absinthe Pictures is one of the few production companies specializing in trailers for the video game market. Our work on the video game trailers has also led us to do cutscenes.
It literally is the making of the trailer. What a okay, yeah, let's lock in.
What's really important to us when doing a trailer for a video game is that it has a cohesive and compelling story that's true to the game and true to the action of the game. So we'll direct shots that are cinematic but yet realistic, and that the user will be able to experience as they play the game for themselves.
One of the most important aspects is to meet early on with the developer, and at that point in time develop custom camera systems.
I can't get over this fucking camera angle. Can I pause this? No, it doesn't. Oh, well, I can kind of. Oh, okay, I can. It just takes two button presses to do it.
The overall story of the game and the essence of it.
The first thing we do is we take a look at a preliminary build from the developer. At the point we began this trailer, characters hadn't even been created. There were no voices cast. It was very, very early in the development of the video game, so we created characters, and we gave them words to say.
This is cool because this is getting into a thing that we've kind of talked about before. It's funny because we're seeing a thing that would happen with like licensed games, where like licensed games would be working off of like a spec script or whatever. They wouldn't have like footage of the movie necessarily because it hadn't been shot yet. You know, these are for like games, like licensed games that we're releasing like alongside a movie's release. So that's why you get these like weird like moments in like licensed games for movies that don't match the events of the film because they had to invent stuff. So now the idea that just to cut a trailer for this video game that's so early in development, they don't even have fucking characters yet. Like they had to invent shit for their trailer. I love that.
Still alive, but I'm not sure which ones are human.
The Thing game itself has extraordinary graphics, and it's exploited really well by the Xbox because it's such a powerful piece of hardware.
As the hardware gets more and more powerful and the platforms get less expensive and the games get better and better, more and more people are going to want to play them.
Yep, and we're still riding that wave, baby. Everything's getting more affordable, and the games are only better.
You know, there's just one important difference between movies and games. A game is interactive, and a movie is not. I think that people always have a place for movies. They always want to sit passively at some point and just watch an entertainment experience. But I think people are more and more wanting to interact with that experience and play the movie.
They could have never predicted Twitch and YouTube and all the other ways that you can watch people play video games.
Captain Blake, I'd like to get inside that head of yours.
I'm only asking you to trust me.
It's really interesting that this game got a remaster, and it got a remaster like last year. Kind of out of the fucking blue.
Still a kick-ass title animation.
It is. And also, and thank you for the sub. You specifically don't got to do that, but thank you. Yeah, the learning like how they made that original animation is really, because it's not even animation. Like it is a garbage bag that is burning. Been gone for a little month. It's all good. But yeah, it's a garbage bag burning in front of a fish tank with a bunch of lights shining through it. Like, that is what that effect is. And it looks fucking great. They did a pretty good job in that title build, kind of recreating the look of it. All right, here we go. Let's look at the top 10 plays of the month. Let's look at a montage of gameplay footage that we're not going to be able to make heads or tails of. It's going to be 10 normal gameplay clips. Okay, great. Yeah, the guy landed backwards, which then slowed him down and made him lose a place in the race. All right, that's Blood Wave. Max Payne 2, just a thing that you do a billion times in that game is just jump sideways. Halo, just jump around, shoot guys with a pistol. These aren't interesting gameplay moments. We got Reckless back. Oh, thank God, Bloodwake is in here twice. And Reckless again. We might have to like jump way ahead, like in the Xbox demo discs, because I can at the very least appreciate them trying to make something out of basically nothing. There's so little available on in the Xbox library this early on that they have to put fucking 3 clips from Reckless in here. Admittedly, that was pretty cool. But goddamn. Like, just trying to make anything interesting happen out of all of that. Let's find out about we're gonna spoil Halo, I guess.
That's the ship. Move, we need to get aboard now.
No one ever talks about the first Halo game. It all starts with Halo 2. Like no one, man.
Here we go.
It's still a franchise that like I really just don't understand. Like I really don't understand like why it took off the way that it did. Obviously the multiplayer had a huge part to do with that, which is why I think is Halo 2 is why it's like so many people's like what the fuck? What? They made a joke. What? They made a joke ending? Is that in the game? Is that like a secret ending you can get? Is that like some like jokey thing, or did they make that for this fucking disc? Halo 1 was LAN parties, Halo 2 was Xbox Live. Yeah, no, and again, like that makes sense why Halo 2 took off the way that it did. For me, it's just like how anybody gives a shit about like the campaign or what. I don't know. We talked about this the last time Halo was on stream, where it's just like, no, like the Covenant and Cortana and all this stuff. And then it's like, but the grunts have literal like squirrel voices and shit, and it's just like, what?
We're all that's left. We did what we had to do for Earth. An entire Covenant armada obliterated, and the Flood. We had no choice. Halo, it's finished.
No, I think we're just getting started.
Oh, he took his helmet off, but we don't get to see it. Also, we're back in Serious Town. Like, what happened to this is honestly, this is illustrating my entire point, is that the tone of Halo is all over the goddamn map. Anyway, here's a compressed JPEG of the Milky Way. I still remember finishing Halo 2 and being so pissed at that ending. And I played that probably genuinely like 10 years after Halo 2 had even come out. Like I didn't play Halo 2 until much later. We played that like on I think on the 360. Ended up playing that. Things were shiny. Yeah, no. Visually, they've always been impressive. The campaign's so good. Again, like I'm sure like the moment to moment stuff is, I don't know. It just doesn't connect with me. It just really doesn't. I don't think it feels very good either. The most time I spent with Halo was either 3 or 4. I got really into the multiplayer on that one, and that was more because I had a couple of friends, like actual like IRL friends, who were also into it. So I was able to kind of like ease my way into some of that gameplay a little bit better because I could actually play with people who weren't just going to call me slurs the whole time. And I had fun with it, but at the same time, as soon as I kind of like fell off of it, I never went back. Red versus Blue is my only exposure to it. Yes, same. Yeah, the most Red versus Blue that I've actually ever seen has been fucking Red versus Blue. Like, absolutely. Oh, don't even start, Caboose. All right, let's look at a trailer for Hunter the Reckoning, a not very good video game.
Unknown to most humans, the world is ruled and directed by supernatural forces.
Oh, it's the
their comprehension.
This is the voice of the narrator in Soul Reaver. Legacy of Kain back on PS1.
Hidden from humanity. Vampire feedings are explained as gang violence. Werewolf attacks explained as animal mauling. But now a mysterious force has imbued a chosen few humans with not just the knowledge of the evil, but with the power to do something about it. These imbued have become hunters. Spencer Deuce Wyatt, Avenger. Avengers down the supernatural, one creature at a time. Samantha Alexander.
Oh, God.
Protectors of the innocent and naive.
Listen to this fucking butt rock. God.
Judges ensure that justice is served.
The audio mix on every one of these discs is total dog shit. You can't hear a thing this guy is saying.
Avenger, defender, judge, martyr, hunters. Those rare mortals who seek to take back the night from age-old horrors. Hunter, the Reckoning. The Reckoning is coming March 15th, 2002. Rated M for mature.
Beware the Ides of March. A kind of crappy third-person vampire game is gonna come out. White wolf shit. All right, let's take a look at Jaeger. This is kind of another one of those like not Ace Combat type of shooter games. That is a lot of gray. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi like dogfight type game. God, the compression on these videos is I feel like the PS1's compression was less intense than some of these trailers have been. And we're on DVD now. I guess in fairness, I'm sure that the demos probably take up a lot more space than they did, but I don't know, maybe that all comes out in the wash, because A DVD has what, like 5-ish times the capacity of a CD? I remember this always seeming kind of neat. I have a real soft spot for these kind of games, you know, like obviously like Colony Wars being one of my favorite games of all time. Anything that even slightly resembles that, like, I'm into. But just kind of like dogfighting games in general. Like I really enjoyed like the Blazing Skies games, or Secret Weapons Over Normandy, or like those. Is it Blazing Angels? Whatever it is. Also, I really like Crimson Skies on original Xbox. That game's great. Probably not by most people's standards, but I thought that game was an absolute blast. I really enjoyed it. I think it might be on the backlog, because I don't think I ever finished it. Yeah, Crimson Skies. It's like High Road to Arms or something. Always wish that they had made another one, because I feel like they could have really knocked it out, especially if they had like visited like on the 360. All right, we're getting some ads. I'm praying that these are at least funny.
When it seems like all is lost, when it feels as if you have no hope, when you are outnumbered, overpowered, and they've got you cornered, that's when you realize your last best hope is you. Halo, Combat Evolved, rated M for mature.
Well, I only play it for the fighting. I appreciate the expansive
now we're talking
environments and the 16 characters with the pixel shading bump mapping. And the rich plot. Seriously, why else would I play it?
She kicks high.
Rated T15.
Every second.
Oh man, you know what? that actually was like genuinely funny. I appreciate them not trying to play coy with it.
Better not. Again, your call, mate. Power
She
slide,
kicks high.
Play it safe. Champ or chump, tough guy. It all depends. What's driving you?
Remember, 25 years later.
Rated E for everyone.
Welcome to what this channel is all about. Oh, Munch's Odyssey. Here we go. Now we're gonna get some bull shots.
The world needs you. The time is now. Let us team up. Let us power up. And maybe even blow up. And stink up.
Okay, no, that was actually all in-game stuff. A lot of preview stuff. A lot of preview footage for that game was fake as hell.
Guide to freestyle snowboarding. Know your mountain, downhill area, freestyle areas.
Is this Amped?
This is about freedom and cool tricks, and doing those cool tricks when the media's around. Just bend, jump, grab, rotate, and land. Then contact an orthopedic surgeon, and you're ready to go. Amped style isn't everything. Just kidding. Rated E for everyone.
Amped 3, God, I'm just waiting for the emulator to get to the point where you can play that.
Oh, you know, we had a huddle. Manning says they're throwing a Harrison. Every time. Peyton to Marvin. Peyton to Marvin. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ray Lewis is on my
Amped 3 has some of the wildest presentation in any video game. It's fascinating. Unfortunately, emulators just aren't there yet to show it off in its glory. But as soon as it is, we are absolutely playing through that game. And once again, we just disappointingly just end on like some football bullshit. All right. This disc was indeed a step above the last one. That last one was a real fucking stinker. Let's see what is the bonus demo pack?
When it seems like all is lost.
Oh, okay. They just include also all of the what? Okay, so it has. So these are like the new demos for this disc, and then it's also they included all the demos from the previous disc as well. That's kind of neat, I guess. None of these are things that I'm interested in. I mean, like Fusion Frenzy and Cell Damage were from like even earlier issues, so they're kind of like putting a bunch of other stuff in there. But other than that, not seeing a whole lot of new stuff here. You know what? Let's check out Bloodwake. Because even though this game isn't really great, it is pretty graphically impressive, specifically because of the water physics. This is extremely early. This is 2001. This is right in the beginning of the whole shebang for this console, and the water, some of the physics stuff in here is like, in the water simulation is like genuinely pretty impressive.
Back hard.
War junks have entered Maghrib Bay itself.
Then we have to move.
Junks carrying our munitions and acquisitions are loading as we speak. We set sail for our fortress on Kerrang in the morning.
I'll be leading a counterattack against Brana's fleet, Kai. I want you to head up the convoy's escort. Rendezvous in the Sundered Straits, but watch it. Those islets are an ambush waiting to happen.
One more thing. We've learned that your brother has put a price on your head. One of Lord Brana's lieutenants, the Eel, has taken the assignment.
Not a chance any one of these voice actors is the ethnicity of the characters they're portraying.
I better get him first.
Colonel. Moving day. All right, escort a convoy of Shadow Clan cargo junks to our new home base at Kerrang Island. Sink any enemy forces encountered and watch out for the Eel Squadron. Not the Eel Squadron. Those guys used to bully me in high school.
At least 4 junks must reach safety. Escort our junks to Kerrang Island. Watch out for the Eel Squadron.
Our friends are off to check the new.
All right, here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so this thing fucking moves. I don't remember the game being this fast.
Don't let the attackers get too close.
But yeah, it's basically, you know, car combat game, but on water. Oh, okay. Turning does not work the way you think it does. Oh man, this is twitchy. But like they do like a good job of kind of like rendering like the wake behind the boats and everything. It looks like pretty solid, and again, like everything is like bobbing and weaving. Like the boats are creating like actual like different like wave patterns and stuff. In terms of actual gameplay, it is not the best. It is wibbly wobbly as fuck. Yeah, this is based on Waterworld. This is if you go out far enough, you'll find a man with gills in his neck, just on a random island. All right, so we got a couple of munitions options here. Oh, we got turbo. Here we go. Oh, we can move the UI to the bottom of the screen, or just off entirely. That's a fun thing to dedicate an entire button to. Yeah, we weren't going nearly fast enough. Trying to hit this guy with a torpedo. Just to show that it can be done. There we go. Yeah, look at like the kind of like big splash wave. Honestly, again, like for the oh, it's so pretty. It's like synchronized swimming. I love how nothing has any weight. Like it's like playing with plastic toys in the bathtub. Again, it is huge asterisk, you know, on this thing that just, when you look at the footnote, it says in all caps, for the time. But as far as like some of the physics stuff goes, like it is pretty impressive. I'm not doing a good job of protecting my objective over here, so I guess we should just like abandon fighting random dudes and actually focus in on the big yellow arrow that it keeps wanting me to go towards. I love just seeing things just bouncing around in the distance. All right, I'm not surprised that I sucked ass at that. But in the full game, Captain 30 ferocious gunboat configurations, attack with an arsenal of powerful weapons, battle through 25 story-based missions, multiplayer action for up to 4 players, so split screen, I think. Bloodwake.com. Let's see, does that still exist, or does that also go to another random Twitch streamer? It's loading, but nothing's coming up. If I had to take a wild guess, I'm going to say that this probably doesn't connect to anything. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. It's too bad. Hey, if you're a streamer and you need a free URL, go buy bloodwake.com and have it redirect to your page. You know what? We're here. Fuck it. Let's look at another, I think another boat game, which is Arctic Thunder. Oh no, this is the sledding. It's like yeah, snow sleds. But this is Midway. So this is like the sequel to Hydro Thunder, kind of, or I guess like spiritual successor to Hydro Thunder. Let's just do a race.
Select your player.
Okay, well, I think we have one choice. I really like Hydro Thunder. I think Hydro Thunder is a blast. It is obviously bullshit in its difficulty because I don't know how you're supposed to actually be able to win a race. Like the game is just designed to just fucking steal quarters from you, but it is fun to play. Hydro Thunder with 10 times the broken bones. Very much so. Yeah. Quick turn, fire, weapon, throttle. Oh, trick. I thought this said kick. Oh, that was a lot of things to try to remember in half a second. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, we're off. Oh, this is not the frame rate to play this video game at. This does not feel great. I'm gonna say. I forgot what all the buttons do. Oh no! Jesus fucking. Guys, I can't tell what the hell is happening. Grappling hook does not appear to have a great range on it. if the frame rate was like 10% better, I feel like I would have a better idea of what the hell's going on. But this is running worse than some PS1 games. It might, I was, as always, you know, like there's kind of like the caveat of this could be completely about the emulation itself and not how the final product performed, but I don't know. Okay, I got killed and I'm not sure why. Oh, I got killed right before the finish line? What is this Mario Kart horse shit? Well, great. Yeah, I said a high score for 6th place. Tiger Electronics frame rate. End of game. Well, I think that is going to do it for the look at this demo disc. Not a great representation overall, but a far cry better than the last one. That's for goddamn sure. Well, we blasted through those. Like, I'd only planned on doing the 2, but we we are absolutely going to do at least one more of these. We're absolutely going to look at least one more of these discs because goddamn, that was not a lot. I am curious. Arctic Thunder. Okay, well, a YouTube video came up with the heading worst games ever. So that's interesting. I just want to see if the gameplay was actually like that. Okay, no. Okay. So the game, hang on. It looks like the game is at least like 60 FPS. So we were maybe getting a slight misrepresentation there. Via the disc, because this looks way better. And they got first place. So, okay, so obviously it was just that my game was just broken. Otherwise, I would have won the race. All right, fuck it. Let's just jump right into disc 5. And honestly, if this goes as fast as the other ones did, maybe we'll do disc 6 tonight as well. Like, we'll just bang through a bunch of these fuckers. There's got to be good stuff on these. I know it. Let's get in there. All right. Not looking great because the first thing that's like their like header thing at the bottom there is for fucking Gun Valkyrie. Holding out for a making of the making of. Yeah, let's absolutely hope. All right. More racing games. We got Dead or Alive 3 on here now. Reckless has now finally been officially called the Yakuza Mission. So they did in fact change the name of that game overall. No bonus pack. No bonus pack of demos. On features, first look at Malice. Oh boy. Another top 10 plays of the month. And UFC Tap Out. Meet Chuck Liddell. Great. Let me just find out very quickly. Is Chuck Liddell a person that I need to know some unfortunate history about, or is he one of the okay ones in the UFC? Legal trouble. October 11th, 2021, Liddell was arrested and booked on a misdemeanor charge of domestic battery. Cool. Cool. Okay, hang on. After the bond was met and he was released, he posted a statement on his Instagram page stating that he was the victim of domestic violence, but offered to protect his family from legal issues and voluntarily went into custody instead of his wife. Court hearing for the case was scheduled for October 13th, 2021. According to the legal report, Liddell and his wife was pushing each other during an argument. Liddell had marks on his face and chest, while his wife did not have any physical marks on her after the incident. The district attorney opted not to charge Liddell or his wife. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not saying it's great, but it sounds more like just a bad situation for kind of everybody involved and not like a full ass, you know. Some people go through some shit. Some people go through some shit, and then other people are like actual pieces of shit. And it sounds like this is maybe like the former. So we could probably, I mean, we're gonna watch that without a lot of concern, I suppose. All right, we got more ads for Microsoft, some stuff for Gun Valkyrie, NBA Inside Drive, and Rally Sport Challenge. Oh man, this seems like another. PlayStation Underground clears Xbox Magazine by leaps and bounds, man. All right, let's look at this fucking character action platformer that no one fucking liked. Here we go. The Big Hammer Girl. You've seen this box art, I'm sure of it. This is too early to show other humans. This is like pre-alpha gameplay. Good lord. Poppy League of Legends. Yeah. It does have the look of like an indie game that would actually be like a Trojan horse horror game, doesn't it? That's kind of a cool animation. I'm a sucker for a lot of like animation with like a lot of individual like gear rotating parts and stuff like that. That's part of why Evangelion works so well on me. There's an Instagram page I follow called, I think it's called Retro Sci-Fi Art. That is clearly like a content farming type thing that just posts random collections of clips from like various like anime and stuff. Unfortunately, I fall for it every time because it's like really interesting looking things that I do want to check out. So I follow it on the off chance that they show something that's actually kind of cool looking. God, these frame rates. Yeah, just end the trailer there. I don't know. We don't know how to cut a trailer together. We need to get the team from The Thing, the making of the trailer, to come do something better for us. All right, top 10 plays of the month. Here we go, boys and girls. Get ready for some normal gameplay. Number 10. It's a replay of a ski jump game. No one gives a shit about this. It's just a regular ski jump. That's how they should all look. Nothing impressive or interesting about that. Number 9. Someone in a basketball game missed a basketball shot, but then dunked it just like you expect them to. Number 8. More standard skiing, but this time he does a little sachet in the air. Thank you, representative from Japan, for that. Number 7, a racing game that you can't fucking identify. Let's assume it's Reckless again. It's probably Reckless. It's the only driving game they ever show. Number 6, remember Jet Set Radio Future? Guess what? We're still grinding, motherfucker. Number 5, back to the winter games. Typical snowboarding. Number 4, what the fuck is this? Is this Onimusha? Yeah, I think that is. Okay, what? God damn it. It's just regular gameplay. Here's the second half of the clip that they started. This is, man. These guys are bad at their job. Straight up. All right, Chuck, take us to the octagon. Yeah, I bet it was his idea to come visit the fucking official Xbox magazine office. This giant fucking beanbag chair they had him in. Is there gonna be no audio to this fucking thing? Do we even get an interview with him? No, just watch him look bored and confused, holding an Xbox controller, sitting like no human has ever sat before. Yeah, okay, good. And then show him losing losing a fight as himself in your fucking video game. It's just on the ground though. Wanted a real fight, so he beat the shit out of our editor. Oh, he literally did. Oh my God. I loved how he looked at the camera and they did edit the part out where the cameraman obviously directed him to not pretend you're gonna punch him in the face, and he had to do like a do what? Love the labels if there's any question of who's who. Yeah. Which one's the UFC fighter? Oh, the guy with the shaved head with the Japanese characters on it and is fucking ripped. Oh, no. Please, God, do not show us more the mouse thing again. I can't. I'll fall asleep. All right, extra content. Let's take a look at the trailer for Gun Valkyrie, which is kind of a weird... It's like a shooter... It's like a third-person shooter, pseudo on railsy type thing. It's a weird game. Another banger from Smilebit. Oh, listen to how like the phasiness of the audio just been compressed to hell. Why even put that text on the screen if you're not going to be able to fucking read it? What I remember of this game is running back and forth in like this canyon corridor that they're showing you. And then sometimes there's enemies. And so you defeat those enemies, then you run back in the direction you just came from, and then you go defeat more enemies, and then you run back the other way again. Look at this Galarian's looking shit. What is even happening? I guess if you just throw enough shit on the screen, it'll seem intriguing. It's weird that I feel that I recognize this music from somewhere, almost as if it's not from this game. But it also sounds like there are two different songs playing at the same time, right? Why is the mix so bad on every last one of these things? Every one of these trailers just cuts to it just like fades out or does a star wipe or whatever on nothing interesting. It's like they just honestly, and this isn't even a criticism because I think it's like literally what's happening is they're just running just all the footage that they have and then it just ends. Like no one's like cutting anything interesting together. They're just kind of like, this is all the footage they gave us, so we're just gonna put it all together in a timeline and call it a day. All right, we're into the ads last because there's the potential that there's gonna be some interesting stuff in there. Anyway, here's basketball. Here's probably talking about sweat tech. Every basketball game has looked exactly the same for the last 20 years, swear to God.
The Jackhammer Slam.
Tiger Woods PGA got worse with each release. Yeah. They did kind of a sine wave on that. It's like as soon as we got past the GameCube PS2 era of it, it started kind of like, it's just immediate. It was just kind of like less and less interesting. Honestly, having recently played through those Tiger Wood games, kind of like in my own off time or off stream, honestly, like 2000 because it starts with 2003 and then goes up through 2006, I think, on the GameCube, and even like the last one, like 2006, is kind of like, you know, like they break up the campaign into so many discrete like mini events that it's kind of like, what's even the point of this? All right, Rally Sport Challenge. What do you got? I'm going to assume a lot of dirt, a lot of loose handling. What if it's just this and they never show a single car for the entire thing? It's just a sizzle reel of the tracks. Oh, hang on, stand by. We have car. There we go. There's that loose handling I was talking about. Just what gameplay footage do we have for that racing game? Well, we show about 2 seconds of a race, and then the player spins out of control and then off the track. Does it look fun? Not really. All right, well, it's the footage we have, so I guess put it in anyway. One car. They're showing one car. What? This is the other thing, is like so much of the footage that they're showing are just people who just suck ass at the games. There's been no good gameplay footage at all. Even in their fucking top 10 plays of the week, it's been dog shit. And I say that as somebody who regularly sucks at games, but it's not my job to make the games look attractive. It's my job to play the games as they are. I think I just spent an hour and a half on the last level of fucking Street Fighter 2010 on the NES. You think I'm happy about that? No, but I'm not getting paid for it either, so it's fine. All right, ads. Hit us with the good stuff. We're gonna have to look at another fucking disc. Oh, is it all the same ads? It's gonna be all the same ones, isn't it?
Overpowered, and they've got you cornered. That's when you realize your last best hope is you.
I don't think there's a fast forward equivalent on this emulator.
Halo, Combat Evolved, rated M for mature.
Yeah, I'll just leave it.
I only play it for the fighting. I appreciate the expanse.
Yeah, it's gonna be all the same ones. It's gonna be all the same ones.
16 characters with the pixel shading bump mapping. Seriously, why else would I play it?
She kicks eye.
All right, it was worth it to see that reaction again, at least.
Every second.
Okay, all right. This is all the same stuff. It's all the same stuff. Well, shit. And there aren't even any demos on here that look particularly interesting. You know what? Reckless was on the last couple of discs. Let's just go ahead and fucking look at it. Accelerator, steer, side brake, action, regular brakes. All right. Awesome. There was no time to read that. Oh, hey, they're putting us in the DeLorean, too. Oh, this is another case where, the game absolutely does not run this poorly. I know that for a fact. We've literally seen gameplay videos of this thing running at 60 FPS. It keeps giving me crosshairs, but I don't think I have like the ability to like shoot anything. Oh, I can actually use the triggers to drive. That's, huh. All this shit crashing in the distance. Okay. I don't want to like misrepresent another game here. So let's do this. I might actually have that game available. I don't. Okay. We'll have to look at that another time. But we know that game actually runs like at like a crazy frame rate. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. I don't want to misrepresent it. We already did Arctic Thunder dirty. Let's not do it with another game that potentially deserves it a little bit less than that. All right, fuck it. Let's do one more. We like just hit 2 hours. So let's cross our fingers. What was that? That was 5, right? Okay. See, oh man, the temptation is to just like go like way down the line, but the problem is that like part of what I want to do is like I want to do these things in chronological order so that we can kind of like follow the journey of these consoles a bit. And also, I don't want to if I play something, if I go to like just like 38 or whatever, by the time, we get around to however long it takes us to get there naturally, I'm going to forget that we did that one. I'm going to be like, wait a minute, haven't we seen all this shit already? So like really like we are just like rolling the dice on these kind of, it is what it is. Well, let's see if lucky number 6 has anything to say about it. Okay, I'm seeing a thing for Blood Omen 2, so potentially interesting. We got Audible Munch's Odyssey Snoozer Labs. What the fuck is that? Dark Summit? I don't know if that's the thing that even came out. Okay, all right. We got potential making of the Superman game on original Xbox. Great. Oh, good. We're going to see more Reckless. God damn it. Oh, goody. A trailer for Outlaw Golf. Okay. All right. Okay. We got some stuff on here. Let's absolutely, please show me how you made yet another bad Superman game. Let's go, baby.
The storyline of this game is closely tied into the current DC continuity.
Again, what is with the audio quality on this shit? I guess I take for granted just like how long like digital video and stuff has been a thing. Because man, like you just like forget like how shitty a lot of things were for a long time. But this is also coming off of like the PlayStation Underground disc, which like don't have like nearly as bad as problems as these discs have. I don't know what the hell's going on. I wonder if this is a case where if I'm gonna give this series any grace, it is going to be the part where the Xbox is still like unproven, you know, like Microsoft didn't see like real success until the 360, right? Like the 360 is the one just kind of like, holy fucking shit, they did it, right? The Xbox, original Xbox is kind of like a stepping stone. It wasn't unsuccessful, but clearly like the PS2 was like the winner, you know, out of that whole so-called console war thing. Just by virtue of the size of its goddamn library, you know, like several thousand games are available for that thing. Yeah, Halo and Code. Yeah, that's the thing. Like when like the hits that it had like were the things that kind of like got it through that generation for sure. So what I'm assuming here is that there probably just was not a lot of money in the budget, honestly, to really fund this magazine and let them, you know, like get the right equipment and everything to do everything with, you know. This is 2001, 2002, right? So we're still not really, we haven't quite hit the era of digital video is readily available to like most consumers. You know, it's coming up. We're right on the precipice of it, but it's going to be a few more years before we get there. Right. So a lot of this stuff is still extremely fucking expensive, like extremely niche. And I imagine they probably just didn't want to throw a lot of money at a thing that they weren't sure was going to be profitable yet.
And we think the level of quality.
Anyway, speaking of, here's Superman.
Comics is as good as it's ever been. It's really high right now. And so we took a lot of the elements of that and combined them together to make the story for our game. And the basic structure of it is in the Y2K storyline, B-13 came back to Metropolis, and as a result of various nefarious activities on his part, Metropolis has been modified into a city of tomorrow.
Did this game come out or did it turn into Superman Returns with the 360?
Hover transports. And so what's happening throughout the course of our game is B-13 is trying to use all
No, this did release.
That's been advanced in Metropolis to his own purposes. And of course, Superman, as always, is there to defend Metropolis from that. We've had the benefit of working really closely with DC, and they've given us a lot of really positive input to help us shape our storyline so that the events that are occurring within our game will flow nicely through the entire continuity of the DC universe. And just like any other story that's told about Superman, it will fit into the overall mythology that's been created for this character.
This game is pretty much universally 4 and 5s out of 10.
One of the key components of the character and of our game is the fact that he flies. So you have a tremendous amount of aerial combat. So it probably feels
That is a big selling point about Superman, isn't it?
That may have had that aerial combat involved in it. Things you have to do in order to accomplish gameplay when you have a three-dimensional battlefield. You don't want the player to ever feel lost or that they're not in control. We feel very strongly that one of the key elements in any good video game is that the player controls the environment doesn't control the player. And so in order to do that, we're trying to make certain that our controls are always there for the player and he can do exactly what he wants to do at any moment in the game. He is a hero that has no peer. He has super speed, super strength, he has heat vision, x-ray vision, frost breath. He runs the gamut from top to bottom. And so one of the
You might say he's so overpowered, it makes him uninteresting as a character.
A gameplay challenge, it's up to you how you want to utilize this amazing set of powers that he has in order to accomplish whatever task or get past whatever obstacle that you've run into. And we think that's truly unique because Superman will have access to all of these powers everywhere in the game. And there's no place where you're limited by any sort of artificial means.
Look at how
Superman
fucking boring
is
this
super
looks.
strong, and he can fly.
Look at
so
how boring and
he can
clunky.
Go, drop down, pick up a huge object like a radio
This
transmitter.
poor guy.
And carry it someplace, and place it somewhere where then suddenly communication can be opened up all over the city. Say, for example, a rail wheel, which is one of the futuristic trains that now exists in Metropolis, is going up the tracks, and some sort of catastrophe happens and the track is damaged or blown out entirely. Suddenly Superman has a wide array of things he can do with that, from utilizing his freeze breath to slow it down, using his strength to slow it down and stop it.
Or fly around the world backwards 1,000 times in reverse time so that the train never got derailed in the first place.
Across the gap. So you can use any one of a number of solutions to solve a problem that you face in gameplay.
What we really haven't leveraged yet, which I think is probably one of the strongest things that Xbox has visually, is all the multi.
I know that it says work in progress and this is very early on, but just listening to him explain all these different scenarios that the game is gonna feature, and the only gameplay they have to show for it are these slow as fuck fighting robots in mid-air sequences and then putting out fires.
House effects you can do, which you can leverage things, pixel shaders, vertex shaders, depending on exactly what you're doing. But flying around our city and being able to see
Circus Freak Studios.
reflections skate across the windows, but stop at the
Did they make
frame.
anything else?
And, the circuitry kind of scrolling through certain parts. And
They don't have a
reflecting
Wikipedia
different
page.
I think too, the scope of our city is pretty large, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's going to continue to get, we're going to cram as much as we possibly can in there. And, streaming off the hard drive allows us to do that. But, we really want to make the city come alive, and we want to have a lot of stuff moving around, so that we're going to have, tons of cars and moving around, light glistening off the main transmitter tower.
Apparently they only made this and Looney Tunes Racing 2 years earlier.
During video game production, first thing you have is a pre-production phase where you're sort of preparing to go into full production of the game. The gameplay that you're going to be seeing is reflective of that. We have a great deal of the core structure of the game in and how the foundation is going to work, but there's going to be vast improvements as we go further in the full production cycle of the game. The control will be improved, the artwork will be improved, the look of the game, and it's going to be spectacular. We're very happy with the scale that we have now, and we know that we can make this work on the terrific Xbox hardware, but we really
None of this is
go
happening.
a long way toward improving.
None of this is going to come true.
As we further the production phase.
It's not. It's really not. Credit where it's due. That's a big ass city map for the time. It is, but look at it. But also look at it. There ain't shit going on in it. Yep. Just start the track over again. Even though that was a very natural place to end this trailer. And then very unnaturally faded out. God damn. God damn. These guys are so bad at this. Hey, you guys want to see what a perfect run in Project Gotham looks like? Too bad. We're going to watch it anyway. Featuring Mike Salmon. Here we go. He's going to drive this car upstream.
This is the best run in the history of mankind, as far as I know. Here I am around this first corner. Almost nicked that wall, but no.
All right, Mike, take it easy.
I had it going on. And you see around this corner, the key is to keep these points rolling. Oh, look at that. Oh, right to the, oh, and then run, oh, look, again. Oh, this is just, you'll never see racing like this. And now watch this. I'm almost going to lose it here. A little slide. Oh, power around this corner. Keep those points going. Look at the points aren't going away. They're just not going away. Oh, here we go. Double slide. Oh, how did I do it? How did I not hit that cone? Can anyone in the world top this? Look at that. Oh, just in time. This is just the first lap. If you've ever played Project Gotham Racing, you realize how difficult this is. This is something that is really a work of art, I think. Yeah, and around these cones, just still going. Look at no break. Still got 0 points right now. Oh, and yeah, second lap, and nerves are getting to me. Starting to sweat a little bit. I know the big turn's coming up. Here we go. Got to get around this corner. Oh, got to get it. Slide in here quick. Oh, got the slide in. Oh. Ooh, but no, I kept it going. Kept it going. How did I keep it going? Oh, and another slide. Oh, this really is just a work of art. And then the last big turn. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is going to be tough. Oh, around the corner, still going. I'm going to need another slide. Oh, no, another slide. Can I do it? Oh, I can. I can do it. Oh, at this point, one hand in the air, one hand on the controller. I'm home free. The perfect run. No one in the world can beat this. I challenge you. I dare anybody to beat the score on this track with this car. It's not possible. I am the best in the entire world. Deal with it.
Real talk. Is that what it's like to watch me? Is that what it's like to watch any Twitch streamer? Is that what it's like to watch anyone else play video games ever? Be honest. Jesus Christ. Where the fuck was the controller? It was, well, one hand was in the air. One hand was on something else. The controller, I guess, was just floating. So we just watched that guy just narrate over a kind of impressive piece of gameplay footage that, what, to be clear, was not perfect. There was a lot of weird like slow down and readjustments and everything that happened in there. He just happened to do it with a full combo. Good job, but 6 issues in. We're only 6 issues in, and they are already like dragging, like scraping the bottom of the barrel looking for anything to add as content. It's no top 10 play. You're right. Let's see some real top 10 plays. Here we go. Oh, good. Gameplay from Wrath of Cortex, the best Crash Bandicoot game. Here's that Circus Maximus game that apparently really came out. Fucking Buffy. Okay. I'm so perplexed by this. Like, were subscribers at the time like being like having their minds fucking blown by watching these sequences? Like legitimately, like we don't even get the game audio or nothing. We have no context for what's going on. It's just normal ass gameplay every single time. That looked like a glitch. God damn. All right. Let's get reckless in here. We're going to get a reckless walkthrough now. So I guess we're going to just watch like a 6-hour-long video now of the entire game. Oh, no, it's going to be more of this like unnarrated.
Here we go.
Okay,
So
okay.
We're going to make a quick left here, 1 block away, okay? This is where the first plutonium truck is. You're going to smash into him head on and keep going straight. Head straight on this road and make your first left, what's actually up the stairs through this building. This is your first street, your first shortcut. Make a quick right and then a quick left here, and the second shortcut.
See, this is objectively worse than the Cool Moves crew over on PlayStation Underground. I know that a lot of this sounds like just like PlayStation fanboying, but it's not. Like fucking like look at what we're watching. But the Cool Moves guys, they film like an intro, and then the actual Cool Move section, they are actually playing the thing. Or if they're not, they sure make it seem more legitimate that they are actually playing the game in the moment. Whereas these guys are just narrating over pre-recorded footage, which is just like inherently like less interesting.
Smash through the wooden planks. Hidden tunnel, smash through them again. This is going to take you right to the red doors. We need to smash through these 2 red doors to get to the first drop-off point. Stop, drop it off. Now we head back
Stop,
out.
drop, and roll.
Same way we came in, but we're gonna make a quick left here for another shortcut. This is gonna take us
Good shortcut. The part where he ran into the wall, is that part of it?
And this tunnel is where the next truck is coming through. So
Running
this
into
line
traffic.
is
I didn't see that in your top 10 plays of the month.
and the Geiger counter is dropping down. Smash into the truck coming on at you and keep going straight. Now it's key here that you stay on the main road. As you can see on the map, we're going on the main road all the way around to the next drop-off point.
They do have this in common with the Cool Moves crew. Sometimes it's literally the tip is just play the game as designed.
Third package, which is coming right at you, actually. You can see that the truck's coming at you. You're going to head up the same main road. And actually what we're going to do is stop and wait, because the Geiger gauge needs to be at an absolute minimum. When the Geiger gauge is all the way down, find a good spot and wait. The truck's going to pass you by. Nail them from behind, and then keep driving straight. We're going to go all the way on this road straight. It's going to take us right to the entranceway to the very last drop-off point. It's going to be tight. We've got plenty of time, but the Geiger gauge is really what you got to watch for. You got to weave in and out of traffic. Try not to crash. It's going to be tough. Now we're going to go back through the tunnel, same tunnel that we came through to get to the second drop-off point. But we're going to keep going straight, and there's a loop coming up here on the left. When we get to the end of the road, make a quick hard left and head towards the loop, but stay to the right part of the loop, because we're going to jump off and go to this road up here, which is sort of parallel to the other road we were just on. Up here, make a quick left. This is going to lead us to the very last drop-off point. Notice we got lots of time. Geiger gauge is up there. It's a good thing we didn't crash, because if we did, it'd be a lot tighter. But once we get there, we're home free, and it's done.
Amazing. I guess all the more fool me, it does make me still want to like check out that game, because it does look genuinely fun. All right, here we go. We are in Trailer Town, and this is all new stuff except for NBA Inside Drive is probably the same trailer as before. One of these days, we're going to go back to this series. We're going to play Soul Reaver 2. It's actually the only other game in the Legacy of Kain franchise that's actually on the backlog. The Blood Omen ones are not. Especially like the first Blood Omen, like that weird like top-down RPG thing. Not for me. But another series that just got like a random fucking remaster. They just Legacy of Kain Defiance just really, I think that was like last week, I think that came out. legacyofkane.com has to still exist, right? Nothing. Just a blank page. Blank ass white webs page. Nothing on it. It's disappointing every time. Every time. I wanted to at least direct me somewhere. All right, we're going to skip the NBA Inside Drive. We saw that one already. Outlaw Golf. Hey, what if your golf game was actually bad, but had more tits?
He's not out swinging his niblick on the back nine at St. Andrews. Rummy O'Doul likes to kick back and pass out in his own vomit. Babe, now that's a good golf shot.
Just wait till you see what I did after a hole in one.
To make an eagle. Just kidding. Oh, this is worse than the prison shower. Going from the rough and tumble, crime-ridden inner city streets of Beverly Hills.
100%. God, this is such a time capsule. A game that can only exist in like the Jackass era, Beavis and Butthead, like all this kind of like just crass, no class, like, fuck good taste, kind of like edgelord shit. Put fake lesbians in your golf game. It's just it is just God. Some things are better. Some things have gotten better. Not a lot of things, but a couple of things. Not everyone can be Tony Hawk. Yeah, indeed. Did we see a trailer for Blood Wake, or was it just the demo? Okay, no, we didn't see this.
Out here, amongst the clouds and the sea, a chain gun.
See what I mean?
Bloodwake set a course for destruction.
Everything was just attitude. Everything was attitude. It's so funny because like the 90s is considered like the attitude era with like Sonic the Hedgehog and all that shit. But honestly, like it was like the early 2000s where it was actually the worst of it.
Take your Xbox to the extreme with these fantastic accessories from Microsoft. The Xbox controller features left and right joysticks.
Look at that fucking thing.
8-way D-pad, 6 pressure-sensitive buttons, and built-in rumble. The Xbox System Link cable and compatible games link 2 Xboxes together for hardcore head-to-head gameplay and real
90s didn't have Monster Energy. Yeah, it's all the energy drinks. All the energy drinks just got to the people's frontal lobes and just made them all just angry. Angry and lame. S-Video, now we're talking the wave of the future, baby. Find me any TV that doesn't have an S-Video input on it.
Digital audio with surround sound. The Xbox RF adapter lets you connect to the antenna input on most any TV set.
Wow. Wow, there was an RF adapter for this thing.
Other great accessories are
That's wild.
Look for these logos.
That must have looked terrible. Oh my God. All the TV tech options feel like a fever dream. Yeah, very much so. So here's, I mean, like we were playing Xbox 360 on RCA cables for a while, for quite a while. It would be a hot minute before we would get a TV that actually had like component input on it, which did look better. But playing an Xbox through an RF adapter must have been a really rough time for the people whose TVs didn't even have an RCA input. Man, it's so strange to think about because today everything is HDMI, right? You can still get component. You can still get component cables on stuff, and most TVs will still have a component input on them, which are still compatible with like RCA things. You know, like I feel like TV manufacturers have done a pretty good job of still like generally supporting a lot of those like old like legacy formats. But there's no device being released that doesn't have HDMI on it now. And it makes me, because now the only reason that you would ever have like other weird like proprietary inputs or whatever is if you are like a so-called like a prosumer, or you have like a home theater system or whatever. So like I have like an optical out like set on my TV to go into the actual like sound system that I have and things like that. But again, like you don't necessarily need that, you know, like HDMI can still carry those kind of signals and everything if you want them to. And we have been on HDMI for so long now that it makes me curious what like the next thing is, and can there even be a next thing? Because it's so ubiquitous now that introducing like a new cable standard that everyone would have to adapt to, I think would like crash the economy, like genuinely. All right. How the fuck are we? I guess it's going to be a video about a website. It's probably going to be all text. You love Xbox. You own Xbox. You are Xbox. Submit to Microsoft. I love the idea of being a subscriber to official Xbox magazine and somehow not knowing that the website also exists. But this is also back in the day when you had to advertise your websites. Go to AOL, put in keyword Xbox. That is it. All right. Well, we're going to close things out then with finding out what the hell Dark Summit is. And then what the hell this Oddworld's Munch's Odyssey Snoozer Lab. I don't know what that is. Dark Summit, I've just never heard of. THQ and Radical. Is this snowboard combat? Whoa, we're getting a lot of good stock sound effects. Is this like edgy SSX? What if SSX was in the post-apocalypse? Now that I'm seeing this does feel kind of familiar. Got to make sure we get an ass shot. It's early 2000s. Those are legally required. We have to have a visible thong on our character. Surveillance report.
Approximately 2200 hours on Wednesday, December 29th, our facilities observed an object entering tracked until completion. Ski resort Mount Garrick. Helicopters dispatched to the area. Observe. Secured. Need to act quickly. Security may be cause for alarm.
It's like fucking PT.
Snowboarding community have arrived. These subjects must be controlled in order to protect. Chief O'Leary must make certain.
Hey, Jam Bro.
Community does not.
How's it going? Thank you again for the resub.
Rid the resort completely of these troublesome individuals. We cannot risk our secret being discovered. End report.
Great. Anyway, snowboarding time. It's like a snowboard game, like with a story mode or something. What is this? Naya, Ty, Sam, Hank, Felix, and Len. All right, well, Naya it is then. Jump, grab, grind. You got it.
Look at my new pony.
Well, I haven't seen you here before.
Hey, sorry about that.
If I find out that some punk snowboarder isn't following the rules, then I will crack down.
You tell him, Chief. Ha-ha.
What the fuck is going on? Oh, we're in it!
I know you didn't come here to get involved, but listen up. I don't have much time. If I'm discovered, we're all finished. We need your help. Hook up with me at each challenge comm link. I'll help you earn enough lift points to get your hands on a forged pass to the next chair. They don't hand these out to just anybody. You'll need 220,000 lift points to prove you can handle yourself up higher.
Why such a specific
Along the way,
number?
get better gear by pulling off tricks for equipment points. I have to go. Now, get up there and save Mount Garrick. Good luck.
What we have here, Gembrone, is the fourth demo disc we are looking at tonight. We're looking at a bunch of demo discs for the original Xbox from Official Xbox Magazine. And all of these discs have been pretty poor. So we are just squeezing whatever content we can get out of them. So now we're just playing this fucking weird ass. No, it timed out. No, god damn it. Son of a bitch. Ah, this stupid era motherfucker. Load it up again. Roll it back. Thank God I get to hear this guy deliver this insane line of dialogue again.
Look at my new pony.
All right, here we go.
The chief's onto you. He sent his cronies. Get out of here. This obviously isn't going to be a cakewalk.
What the
Watch
fuck?
yourself up here.
Am I done, or is it just like was that just like one of the challenges was just to not run into a don't run into a skier? Whoops.
Playing with fire.
Oh God! All right, I need to stop pressing random buttons here. Oh, okay, come on. Grind it, spin it. There's no way in hell I'm scoring 220,000 points. The heads will roll, I guess.
Practice taking out the opposition on some cold dummies. Knock down 10 snowmen.
You got it. Oh, come on.
Everything's all right.
Get some cash. Not the acid. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Can we land into a grind? Yeah, we can. All right, okay. Hey, we got a combo happening.
Can you feel it? Deal with it.
Bink. There we go. All right.
Nice. Don't think of the slow patrol any differently than Frosty.
Honestly, everything about this just makes me wish that I was playing SSX instead. Like, this isn't terrible. Well, this is a bad time to say that because look at what's happening. It's not terrible, but it's just that SSX is just so good. Let's go knock over the outhouse. Aha! Yeah, you know, having a bunch of like weird like physics objects and stuff bouncing around everywhere is pretty fun. Like so many of these games, it's like when you lose momentum, it feels truly terrible. And like the game like can't, it's like the game doesn't know like what to do unless you're moving at a certain speed. I'm not even halfway through the point threshold that I need to hit, apparently. No, landing sideways isn't going to do me any favors, that's for sure. Well, I didn't land on the acid that time, at least. Get there. Obviously, the thing that I need to do after this is then record myself reacting to my own footage, talking about what a great job I did. Right into the helicopter blades, great.
Just like that.
Oh! It just stops. Just like the trailers, it just cuts to black. It just ended. God damn. I can't believe how poorly these are all put together. All right, I have no idea what the hell this is. I know what Munch's Odyssey is. This is gonna be like a physics playground. What the fuck is... I guess we're gonna find out. Ooh, this is... Okay, this is not running correctly, that's for sure. Why is this thing running at like double speed? Oh, we're not gonna find any answers looking at this stuff. Okay, let's just put that away. This is probably, okay, this is not gonna play correctly, but we can at least try to see what the hell's going on here. Decontrol snoozer, walk, run, camera, trigger. Oh, I see. Okay. Health status, game speak. Okay, all right. Well, the demo is actually running okay. Oh, okay. I guess Snoozer Labs is just the name of the level. Ooh, the audio is not working. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, it's getting framey. Press A to use this remote control and put Munch control the snoozer and return. Okay, yep. Snoozers put the victims to sleep for a limited time. Snoozers only put the target to sleep for so long, so be careful. Move with the left thumbstick, target energy with the right thumbstick, and click to shoot. Uh-oh. Once again, I do not think this is representative of the product as intended. I shot one thing and everything exploded. Like the actual like emulator. Well, the emulator itself is fine. But it is not equipped to handle this demo. That's gonna do it for our look at Xbox official magazine demo disc tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the pure boredom and chaos. Again, it is a total dice roll when it comes to launching the demos on these things. It's not such a big deal on like the PS1 discs, and honestly, I think the PS2 discs, they're all fine. But because original Xbox and 360 emulation is still like really early and still in kind of a rough state, I'm not surprised at all that these demos like don't behave properly. As a matter of fact, I found out that really unfortunately, when it comes to the 360 discs, we're basically never going to be able to play the demos on those because to put it simply, every demo on those discs is actually like its own executable file, and the current emulator just does not have the ability to swap those executables on the fly. You can't even close a game out and then open another game. You have to like quit the whole emulator and then start fresh anytime you want to play something new. And last I saw, they do not have plans to support doing that kind of on the fly swapping kind of a thing either. Which again is not the worst thing in the world, because we're looking, the demo disc stuff is mostly about checking out all like the other media stuff and not so much the demos. But on the handful of games where it'd be fun to kind of like check those out, and unfortunately we're not gonna have the option. So I'm kind of like holding off on the 360 discs for a little bit until maybe something changes on that. But I'll tell you this much. Original Xbox did not really do a whole hell of a lot to sell me on continuing down this path. We will, because what choice do we have but to examine all these things? But man, what was supposed to be a 2-disc night turned into a 4-disc just to fill out not even the full like 3 hours that I was planning on streaming. There's just not a lot here. And it's so funny too, because I started stream by talking about how I wanted to look at some GameCube discs, but there's nothing really on them, so they seem kind of boring. So we'll just go back to the stuff that we know has some interesting things on there. And now here we are, 2 hours and 45 minutes later, just kind of like, sorry. I guess not. I guess actually no. Still though, like, it's worth examining these things. It's worth finding out about these things. I'm just trying to think about it. Obviously, part of my disappointment is coming from the perspective of somebody who is trying to do content on the internet, like so there's part of it. But these came out once a month. So imagine waiting a whole ass month for your next edition of official Xbox magazine game disc. And it's 70% the same stuff that was on the last disc. Like there was so much like okay, 70%. Okay, that's being slightly misrepresentative, but there's so little meat on these bones. There's so few things that are actually interesting on these things. Obviously, the thing you come to these discs for, again, back in the day, the thing you come to these discs for are the demos. But so to then see like repeated demos and repeated trailers and stuff like that, it's just kind of like, what are we even fucking doing? And honestly, that did happen on the other PlayStation Underground discs too. I mean, every one of those fucking discs on the PS1 had something for Blasto. You know, like every last one of them had a thing for that game, and that game fucking sucks. It's just garbage. But it was on there, you know, like at least in the case of like the PS1, all of that was so fresh and new, you know, that it was kind of impossible not to be impressed by anything or by everything that was on it, because it was just kind of like, holy shit, video games have changed permanently. But yeah, man, like the thing is that the PS2, the PlayStation Underground stuff has only gotten better the longer that we have gone on it, right? There's little dips here and there and some things maybe not as interesting as the other ones, but by and large, they have kept up the level of quality, they have kept up the level of coverage, and they are covering way more stuff in general. Excuse me. Whereas we're just not getting that on these Xbox discs, you know. And what's funny is like the first 2 discs did have some cool stuff on it. That first disc had like the whole how we designed the Xbox in the first place. And then we got the ridiculous story about the only reason that it's green is because the guy who was drawing a picture of what the Xbox should have looked like had a green marker in his pocket because his favorite color was green. And that's the only reason. That's the only reason that this thing has such a green footprint on it. Still though, like that's fun lore. Like that's fun. That's fun history to like learn about. I'm not gonna remember these fucking trailers that we watched this. At least we got to see how they make a video game trailer. That is neat. I do like taking something that's already niche and then getting even more microscopic on the focus on it. The idea of we're not just going to show a trailer for the thing. We're going to show how we made the trailer for the thing. Is hilarious. That is such a specific idea that I adore it. So we did get a banger. We got that and we got the Dead or Alive commercial. Those are like the only two things that were really worth our time here tonight. And unfortunately, that's all the time. I don't have time to like launch into like a whole like other thing. So I think that's going to be it for this evening. But we will continue the journey. We will keep on going. There are another 50 something discs of just for original Xbox. One of them has to be good. So we will keep the journey going until we find said good one. But as for journeys, tonight your journey with me comes to an end, and we're going to find someone else instead to send you all off to. And you know what we haven't done in a hot minute? We have not found a rando. So let's find a rando retro streamer who could use a little love tonight. See what folks are playing, what's going on. Try to find the one streamer in the world who's not playing Pokepedia or Pokepia or Pocapia, however it's pronounced. Full disclosure, I have also been playing it. that has been my chill my chill watch this or play like before bedtime game. I am enjoying it. Although I did just unlock another area, and it's kind of okay, all that stuff you did in the first area, do it again. Like start from scratch in every new area. And I'm just kind of like, uh-oh. I said in my Discord that there was a really good chance that I would end up bouncing off of Pocopia at a certain point. And I think I might be getting there. I think it might. The opening a new area and then seeing it's just kind of like, all right, start over. You don't get to bring any of your Pokemon with you. You have to now build all these habitats and get all these new guys again. It's just kind of like, ooh, okay. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see what happens. We got a Banjo-Kazooie mods marathon going on. We got Parasite Eve 2 happening. I don't want to spoil Parasite Eve 2 because we're probably going to play that, but potentially this year, I'm thinking. I see Kirby's Adventure. You want to get down some curb? This channel is called Retro Spree. No commentary, background noise. All right. Sure. Fuck it. We'll go on this journey together because there is a decent chance that I end up following this channel as a result of just also wanting some background noise, just some old video games. So let's head on over to Retro Spree. There's just a 24/7 stream of just old video games. Why would you want anything more than that? Right now they're getting towards the end of Kirby's Adventure on the NES, one of my favorite games of all time. So go enjoy that. And I will not be streaming tomorrow. I am seeing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze tomorrow night. And then Saturday, I also have plans with my theater company. So I'm probably gonna be back on Sunday. We'll do a long stream on Sunday. I don't know of what yet. I'll probably just pick something random off the backlog and try to do another clear of that. It's been working out so far. I was only mildly infuriated by Street Fighter 2010. So we'll see if we can't knock out a couple more of these like weird one-off action games or whatever. But thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. Better demo discs are on the horizon, I'm sure of it. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy tomorrow. We are right on the cusp of the weekend. And then we're going to get to spend all that time gaming. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you, Jambro. Thank you guys for the resubs tonight. Super duper appreciate it. Always makes me feel all warm and tingly inside. Thank you again. I'll catch you on the next one. Adios.